Hi, for those of you who don't know me, I am Sonia, and this is my YouTube channel. Woo, yeah, party. So today I'm going to be talking about Warped Tour. I went to Warped Tour on Thursday, which was July 10th, and it was really fun. As you can tell, I got a really bad sunburn. I had so much fun. I think this was my favorite Warped Tour I've been to throughout all the Warped Tours I've ever been to. So yeah, I'm gonna tell you all about it, and it'll be rad, and you will love the story because it was just such an awesome day. We got there pretty early. It was like 10 o'clock ish when we got there, and I paid the $5 for the Feed Our Children Now tent, which, and here's the bracelet still because I have not cut it off yet. And I paid $5, so I got in early. So then I went to go get a schedule, and I have it here. So I got my schedule with the map on the back. I figured out all the bands I was gonna go see, and then I went to tents to get things. So we had the In Crowd shirt, and if you bought a shirt from them, you got to meet them at 4. So then I got my little thing on my hand that was like the pass to actually go to the meet and greet. And then I went to go see the Somerset because they were playing really early. They were playing at 11:05, so I had to run to the stage they were playing at, and I didn't miss them. I got there just before they started, so that was really good timing. So after I saw the Somerset, I went to the Stay Happy Stay Weird tent, and if you guys don't know what Stay Happy Stay Weird is, it is 2 YouTubers, friends. I don't even know what to consider them because I don't know, but it's 2 boys, and one is Johnny, one is Dakota, and they are literally my favorite people ever. I love them so much. So I went to their tent, and I got to meet Dakota, and it was so exciting. I got to hug him, and I gave him one of those like jelly bracelets, like the ones that like you make, like the fishtail ones. I gave him mine, and I told him that he could keep it. I was like, it's mine, but you can have it because I don't need it anymore. And he was like, oh, thank you. And then we hugged, and it was really exciting. I was really happy. I almost like cried. And then it was like 12ish. So I went to the stage where the In Crowd was playing because I went to see them, and I waited there for a little bit. So I saw some band. I don't even know who they were, but I saw a band before the In Crowd, and then I was like there for before the In Crowd came on, and they're fucking awesome. They're always fucking awesome. I love them so much. So then after them, I had to run to go see Neck Deep because Neck Deep had started during We Are the In Crowd set, but I didn't want to leave We Are the In Crowd, so I literally fucking booked it to where Neck Deep was playing, and I only got to see 2 songs, but I got to see A Part of Me, so that was good. I was happy. And then from Neck Deep, I had to go run to Mayday Parade because Mayday Parade had started right when Neck Deep ended, so like I had to run to Mayday Parade. And I only missed 2 songs, but I mean that's cool. I got to see most of their songs, and I've seen Mayday Parade like 6 times. Not that I ever get tired of them, but it's not like I missed a song I haven't seen before. So then, after Mayday Parade, I went to Front Porch Steps' tent, and I got to meet him. Oh my god, he was such a sweetheart. And then I went to the acoustic basement where I sat on the floor because my feet were fucking killing, and I waited I waited to see Front Porch Step, but there was this other guy playing, and he was pretty rad. I forgot who it was, but actually I can check who it was. It was Mike Herrera. I don't know if I said that right, but he was pretty rad. And then Front Porch Step came on, and I listened to them. And I met up with my friend Dylan, my best friend Dylan actually, and I went with him back to the Stay Happy Stay Right tent to get merch with him, and then he got some Stay Sick merch, and it was like 4 o'clock. No, it was like 3 something, and I was like, oh my god, I need to go to the We Are the In Crowd tent because the line's gonna be fucking huge. And so I left him and I went to the We Are the In Crowd tent, and I met up with my cousin and her friends, which is the people who I went to Whip Tour with, and I got, like, they let me get in line with them. So that was cool. That was nice of them, because if they didn't do that, then I was going to have to be in the back of the fucking line, and that would have sucked. And so I gave, when it was my turn to go, like, up to them, I was so nervous. I was like, oh my god. And I wrote them a letter, and I was like, I don't know who to give this to. And then Tay was, like, so excited. She's like, oh, I'll take it. And she took it out of my hands, and she went to go put it with all her other stuff. And then I hugged all of them. And Jordan was fucking so tall. Like, holy shit. I know he was tall, but, like, oh my god, that boy's a giant. So Tay came back, and I got to hug Tay. And oh my gosh, she was so cute. And so I took a picture with them. And I was like, oh, I love you. And they were like, oh, I love you too. And then, all my friends went to go see Real Friends, but I didn't want to go see Real Friends because I was tired and I wanted food. So I got a smoothie. It was really good. It was, I don't know what kind of smoothie it was, but it was really good. And it made me really, really full. And I was really happy about that because if I was to get, like, food, it was gonna be like $15, and my smoothie was $8, and it got me really full. So that was a good deal. I suggest you get a smoothie at Warped Tour if you're hungry instead of fattening fries and stuff, because that just gives you bad energy, and then you'll be really, really tired at Warped Tour. So then I went to the amphitheater, and I sat down in the seats, and I don't even know who I saw. I wasn't, like, planning on seeing anyone. I just wanted to sit again. And then I got bored of sitting. But I don't know why, because anyway, I'm just fucking weird. And so when I went to the amphitheater, I met up with a friend, but then she had left me when we left the amphitheater. And so I was just walking around, and I saw a whole bunch of people at the YouTubers tent, and I was like, why is everyone here? And Damon Fizzy was there, and I've been watching Damon since I was in, like, 5th grade, and I'm going to be a junior next year. So I was waiting with them, and it was really, I don't mean to sound rude or mean or anything, but there was a lot of, like, scene kids, and, like, I don't judge, but it was just so awkward because I was surrounded by, like, 8th graders, and I was like, yep, I'm a junior. But then I met Damon, and he signed a paper for me, and then I told him that he was beautiful and that he should never forget that, and he smiled so wide, and then we hugged, and he told me I was beautiful, and I was like, oh, I love you, Damon, you're so cute. I left the YouTubers tent, and I went back to the Stay Happy Stay Right tent because Johnny was not there when I went earlier, so I went back. And Johnny still wasn't there, but I met these 2 really cute girls, and we were waiting for Johnny to come out for so long. Like, Jesus Christ, I don't know what he was doing, but we were waiting for him together, and they were really nice. And I tweeted Johnny, I was like, you need to come out because I want to touch your butt, but I didn't touch his butt. So I missed the main and the story so far, waiting for Johnny, but the main, I wasn't like too like, oh my god, I need to see them. But the story so far, their stage was right next to Stay Happy Stay Weird tent, so like I didn't really like miss them. I just wasn't in the crowd, but like I could still hear them, so I mean I didn't really miss them. But then he finally came out, and I was so excited because I saw his like blonde hair like walk into the tent. I was like, oh my god, it's Johnny, and I was like really happy. But then I was really scared to like go up to him and like bother him to get a picture and stuff, because like I don't know. But so I don't watch Jason, but I guess he's like a really big YouTuber. He's V1I. I didn't meet him. Well, I didn't meet him obviously, but he was at the Stay Happy Stay Weird tent, and I was talking to the girls, and I was like, oh my god, I want to go up to him, but I'm really scared. And then Jason was like, who? And I was like, oh, Johnny. I was like, I don't want to bother him, but I've waited all fucking day to meet him. Like I want to get his attention. So then Jason went into the tent and got Johnny for me, and that was really sweet of him. So thank you, Jason, for doing that for me. And then I was like, oh my god, Johnny, I waited all day for you. Where the fuck were you? And he was like, oh, I was sleeping, and then I got food and stuff for everybody. And he had drove to work that night, so he was like sleeping and stuff. And but then we got a picture, and I was really excited. And then I didn't leave the Stay Happy Stay Weird tent. I was there until I left Warped Tour, because I don't know, not my whole life, but ever since I found out who Johnny and Dakota were, I've always wanted to hang out with them. So I stood at the Stay Happy Stay Weird tent, and when they weren't like signing stuff for other people, we had like we were talking. Like I wasn't like we were just having normal conversations. Like we were talking about Taco Bell, and we talked about like soda and food and stuff. Like we were just talking like normal conversation. It was really awesome. I've always wanted to do that with them, and I finally got to, and you don't understand how happy that made me. But then I got to hug Dakota again when he wasn't as busy, because the first time there was like a line of people, and so I got to hug him again, and I told him that because of him I've made a lot of life changes, and that if it wasn't for him I'd still be like really miserable, and I would be sulking in my sadness, and that's not a good thing at all. And he was like, no, he's like, it wasn't me, it was you did it yourself. I was like, no, like you literally, like you saved my life. Like I would be so fucking depressed and sad, and I want to be like enjoying life, because, and if it wasn't for you I'd still be that like negative and stuff. And he was just so sweet. Oh fuck, I completely forgot when I met John. Okay, I don't know at what point, but in the middle of the day I was at the Somerset tent, and John was there, John Gomez, and he was selling these hella awesome rad dog tags. I hope it's focusing, because, but yeah, and they say think less and live more. And he was taking pictures with fans and stuff. But I didn't have enough money for the dog tag. I only had 10 and there were 20. So I told John, I was like, because I asked him how much they were, and he was like 20. I was like, all right. So I went to go get my wallet, and I didn't have a 20 because I had bought food and stuff. I only had a 10 and a few dollars, and I was like, I only have 10. And he was like, no, it's okay, you can give me the 10, you can get the dog tag, I'd rather you have one than not. And I was like, oh my god, you're so sweet, thank you. And so I got the dog tag. And then so when I had met Dakota the second time, he liked the dog tag, and he was like, oh, where'd you get it? And I told him where I got it. So yeah, I can't believe I completely spaced that out. But yeah, I met John Gomez from the Somerset. And then he told me, Dakota told me he likes my flower crown. That was really awesome. Shout out to you, Dakota, for liking my flower crown. And so I got a whole bunch of pictures of me and Dakota, and they made me really happy. And then And I got a group picture of me and Dakota and Johnny. And oh my god, they were just so sweet. I loved them. I felt so bad though because I was just like sitting there, like, I don't know what time I got to their tent, but I left Warped at like 9-ish, I guess, probably, maybe, sort of. And I hadn't left. No, I didn't leave Warped Tour at 9. I left Warped Tour at like 8. But anyway, I don't know what time I got to their tent, but I was there for so long, and like I was like just talking to them, and I felt like I was bothering them, and I felt really, really bad. And I kept asking Dakota for a picture, and he kept sitting down, and I kept making him get up, and I just felt so guilty. But yeah, they were really nice. I loved them so much. I thought I was gonna be a lot more nervous, but when I met them, I was nervous at first, like ask for pictures and stuff, but to actually like converse with them, I was very like chill about it, and I wasn't like scared or like stuttering or anything. Like we just had normal conversation. It was like I was their friend, and that was really awesome because I want to be their friend, and that made me feel like I was their friend. So that's basically my day at Warped Tour, and it was fucking awesome. I didn't see a lot of bands, but I met a lot of people, and I think this is my favorite Warped Tour so far. So yeah, I hope you liked this video. I hope I didn't drag it out too long, and hopefully I'll make more videos, and I'll see you guys soon. So yeah, bye.